Hi guys, it is me, Tiffany. We are going to take a look at some of my citrus plants. They're doing great. It's spring. They made it through the winter in the greenhouse that you see in the background. So let's see what they're up to. The first plant that we're looking at is my Calamondin. This plant I started as a air layer last year, and the bigger plant I got rid of because I need to downsize. I don't have but so much space, so I needed a smaller plant. This is doing great. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is if you look at the leaves and look at the dark green striation in the leaves, that I would think is a symbol of iron deficiency, but I have fertilized this with citrus fertilizer that contain iron and a fertilizer that we have here called ironite. So I'm just going to leave it alone for a month and see what it does. The next lovely plant is my Silver Hill Satsuma. She is beautiful. She is flowering. I would expect some of these flowers to be open in the next, I'll say the next week at least. This very ambitious girl is my Miyamoto Satsuma. You can tell she flowered, and she flowered heavily. Now, don't worry. Even if she does try to set all these fruit, I'm not going to let that happen. I will take the majority of this off. I would say the only thing I'll leave on this tree is maybe 5 to 8 fruit, and that's about it. I really need this plant to grow out a little bit more, but I am proud that she is growing out like this limb right here. Awesome, and you can see little green leaves everywhere, so she's doing well. I do have some dieback right here and right there. Hopefully this branch will consider putting out some limbs because, well, my little tree is a little lopsided right now. So this lovely girl right here is my Owari Satsuma, and you can see I'm not gonna say she's struggling, but the tree and me, have to come to an agreement on what, I don't know, but she's not doing exactly what I want her to do. That's okay. She's got flowers, trying to find some, like right here you can see that she's trying to produce some flowers. Here's another one. So she's got some flowers. I need her to push out more limbs, which she is. You can see right here and there and there. This tree was heavily skirted when I got her, and that's not really what I need. She's in the front yard. She's got full sun, and I need her to cover herself a little bit better. But mainly, I just need her to bush out a whole lot more, and she's working on it. Now let's talk about the Keyline, which is in this tan pot going up here, and then you can see all this right here. That's Keyline. This tree flowered heavily. I told you about that in the video. I went and pulled about 3/4 of the flowers off for a few reasons. A, she can't hold all that fruit, and she's going to drop most of the flowers anyway. And also, things were just moving very, very slowly. And I felt like she was spinning her wheels, using a lot of energy and resources, trying to produce like 50 million flowers that she was never going to use anyway. And so what I ended up doing is I took off about 3/4 of the flowers. I've been pollinating, and you can see that even though I took off that many flowers, she still got tons of fruit. And yes, I have actually been pulling off some of the fruit too, because really, like, how many fruits is she gonna hold? What, maybe 100? And really, that's too much for this tree. So she really doesn't need like 300 fruit sitting on her, 500 fruit. I don't know how many are on there, but I'm just thankful that she's grown so well. I am concerned again here about leaves. Now these leaves have just started to grow out. They're supposed to be light green, which they are, but I just want to make sure I don't have any type of mineral deficiency. So if you guys who are more seasoned with plants, with citrus, if you can give me some pointers, that would be greatly appreciated. Again, I've given this citrus fertilizer. I gave it something called ironite. And so I don't feel like more iron is the answer here, or maybe it is. I don't know. I'm open to your comments. So the very last tree that I want to talk about, even though I do have more little citrus trees here and there in pots, I'm not going to feature them all, but I want to feature this tree right here, which a gentleman, my neighbor named Harold, gave to me. So I actually call this tree Harold. What type of tree it is, I don't know. I think he said it was a tangerine, but we're about to find out. Let's get a little bit closer to this tree. So this little Harold tangerine tree has been blooming, if you want to call it that, for about 3 to 4 years. And why I say, like, if you want to call it that, it might give me 1 flower, 2 flowers. The flower might not be complete. It might just contain the male parts, not the female parts. Long story short, I have never gotten a fruit off of this tree. But this year, she has had flowers in abundance, and you can tell I have been pollinating this. Thankfully, my Keyline is flowering at the same time, so I'm cross-pollinating with the Keyline. I'm sure I could use the pollen that's on the tree, but the Keyline pollen for me is just easier to find and locate, and so I've been cross-pollinating. So therefore, whoever eats these fruits wouldn't want to use the seeds to try to make another one of these trees. So I look right here, and this gets me really excited. Just the thought of potential fruits on this tree. I pollinated these probably about a week ago, maybe longer, and I would hope maybe by end of October, beginning of November, I might have some tangerines. So guys, that's it. That's an update on my citrus trees. I'll keep you updated. I thank you for watching and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.